Hi guys, Super Secret Tech here, and I am going to go over better trading and how to use it regarding the Stormbrand build, how to get everything set up and preloaded for Scourge release in case you want to go ahead and league start this build. Before I get started, if you would be so kind as to leave me a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps me grow. If there's something I can do better, go ahead and comment down below. I'm happy to respond to any type of valid criticism. I actually really appreciate it. So to get started, Better Trading is an add-on that works in direct conjunction with Pax of Exile's trade website. There is a couple of things that you want to have set up on League Start. So the most important thing is to make sure you choose Scourge here, and then either standard or hardcore, depending on what version you want to play. You're playing in. Then I went ahead and broke down the categories. Basically what these are is it's setting up a search filter outside of uniques. Uniques, you just had to type in the name and then click right here where it says register current trade, and it'll auto-populate it. I'm not too worried about that. Basically, if you click here and you hit show filters, it literally is just the unique name. So I think y'all can pick that up pretty quickly. What I really wanted to go over was more of the specific, like how do I get this weapon, right? So for this one, because I'm in the cheap section, for me, these are going to be like less expensive, like leveling uniques that you may just drop, or like in this case, it is a weapon that has +1 lightning spell skill gems. And that mod alone can really carry you a very, very long way, where you don't feel the need to replace it very quickly. These are kind of the cheap stuff that, again, is either going to drop for you, or if you're struggling to get a piece of gear, any of these things can really, really help you out. On the cluster jewel specifically, so there's two mods that you need to be aware of, which is adds and added. Adds gives you the number of passes. Added lets you pick the type of jewel that you want to see. So energy from Nod is actually not the best example of that. Let me pull up the cold cluster. So this is just the base cluster jewel. So I had 12% increased cold damage because that's where the base I need to get the mods that I want to have on it. So that just gives you a very easy way to search for any bases. And like I said, you can preload the bases as well as the mods that you want. And if they aren't too terribly expensive, you can just go ahead and pick them up rolled. If they are expensive, pick them up as a base and roll them yourself. And I'll also have a link below about Craft of Exile. There's been a lot of very good videos made about Craft of Exile, so I didn't want to rehash that. However, this is a newer tool, so you may not be super familiar with it, and this would give you a way of accessing it to hopefully help you out in League Start. Then I also have a section for the important upgrades. So these are the things that you need to focus 100% of your early currency on, or go into those cheap upgrades or base types that can kind of help bridge the gap and get you to the point where you can dump enough currency into these items, because these are the items that actually make the build 100% function the way you want it to. Then this is going to be a lot of bases and a lot of high-end crafting and things to look for. So you'll notice this one is a +1 lightning with crit and multi. So if you click on that, it's going to be exactly what it says: +1 lightning spell skill gems, plus crit strikes, plus crit multi, 100 res, 100 ES tri-res gloves. So you click on that and it pulls them up, and it is exactly what it's stated as. sorcerer boots, I-86 hunter boots base. And so you'll notice like this one's expensive, but it's also double. Double is nice, but you don't necessarily need it if you're trying to get the same thing that I have listed in the build guide. Then I have the Crusader Crystal Belt base, the Hubris Circlet base. For any enchantments, all you have to do is type in the name of the enchantment you want. Make sure it's of a high eye level, because you want it to be able to roll the top mods if you're buying a base, for instance, to make it work. Or if you just hate lab and you don't want to farm lab, here you go. You can just buy the base and then craft the rest of it yourself. Then I have kind of the next tier up. So these gloves were pretty inexpensive, all things considered. These gloves are going to be very expensive. The reason why I have two different ones is I want one to get me by at the beginning of the league, and then I have one that when I'm ready to actually really spend some currency and either increase my survivability or increase my damage, I have exactly what I'm looking for predetermined. So if I drop, a mirror, which is unlikely, but it can happen, and I want to go ahead and buy basically everything at the top end, I can do that. And so I think it's really important to preload these, and then on day one of league, you already have all your search results added up. So wherever you are in the league progression, you can just come here and click whatever mod that you want to get. Another even more advanced craft, so it's lightning dispels, crit multi, crit strike, and then I have like the amulet. And then if you didn't want to have this amulet, all it is a Crusader base I-86. So you can just put in I-86 has Shaper or has Crusader influence amulet and hit search and save that, and then you have a base one. So it's more of a how to use this tool, because it will really improve your league start and really improve getting that one or two items that you may be looking for, especially if you decide to go this route, because like I said, these are very, very important. The Thread of Hope is the least important. In actual order of importance, it's basically that. So Prism Guardian, then Chevron's Wrappings, then Call of the Brotherhood is kind of where you want to put your money. And so, but I hope this helps, and I hope this makes your league start super successful, and I look forward to seeing you in Scourge. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Tech out.